Hello and welcome to another episode of In the Wheels. Today, for this episode, I thought we'd do something a bit different. I've long been an advocate for mountain bike Eliminator. It's such a growing discipline and it's really exciting for me. Riders are only on track for 2 minutes at a time, and a whole tournament can be over for one rider just with a simple mistake or a little slip up, and that's it. It's precision and speed, and for me, it's just the best. Riders do a qualification time trial to get their seeding, and depending on the number of riders, some will be eliminated at this stage. So there's a multiple of 8 riders left, or in super fringe cases, 12. Then they're put into heats of 4 to race. Top 2 qualify for the next round, bottom 2 are out. One mistake and you could be gone. When it's the semis, the top 2 of each go through to contest the rainbow jersey in the big final. The bottom 2 race for places 5 to 8 in the small final. By this point, it's not just about the racing and trackcraft, but how you can recover between efforts. Only the best can claim victory. So what do we know about Sakarya? Well, firstly, it's in Turkiye, and it's usually in good weather, so likely a hot day. I'd love to tell you more about the course itself, but the organisers have said they're mixing it up a little, making it shorter than the usual. However, the usual course is a one-lap affair, starting on tarmac, which goes into a grass section featuring some tricky corners, a fierce climb, and then a rock garden. Passing is tricky, especially on the uphill, so apart from a late surge on the tarmac to the line, the race can be decided from the off. We have seen in previous years where riders get caught out by the lack of space and in the need to be first on the climb, with Gaia Tolmena and Marion Fromberger having a racing incident in years past. The rumours about the course are that, it's going to be shorter, obviously to make it a 2-lap race, to give spectators more chance to see the racing. And from what I understand, it's going to be slightly easier to pass, but not significantly. I still think it's going to be very difficult, and as always in such short races anyway, the start is decisive, or has the potential to be at least. Before I get into my predictions, drop a subscribe and a like, but also let me know who you think will win in the comments below. If by some chance you're a rider taking part and listening to this, drop where you think you'll finish. Firstly, the men's. I always find the men's field hard to call. If I slept through all the racing and you woke me up the following day to tell me Rider X had won, I'd say, wow, I've not heard of him. Is he new? Mr. and Mrs. X must be so proud. But actually, if you told me this was that rider had won, then yeah, I'd believe you, because I think anyone can win with the right conditions. Last year, the winner was Jeroen van Eck, and everyone loved that. He's super popular, and he rode the jersey to success in the last World Cup in Leuven. So, maybe he's going to be the beneficiary of the world champ difference. Qualifying first in Leuven was actually Edwin Lind. He's always got the pace, and that obviously brings advantages. First seed gets to race against the last qualifier in time in the first race, and 2 middle seeds, which is supposedly an easier route to the final. And also the riders get to pick their starting position in seed order from the fastest down. So if there's an optimal start gate out of the 4, the fastest qualifier gets first refusal. There's advantages to qualifying first. So Edwin, always qualifying in that lead position, does give himself the best chance at further success. Titouan Perrin-Ganier has the many rainbow jerseys from year gone by. Could his experience be the key to unlocking his wardrobe for another jersey to add to the collection? I actually spoke to him earlier this week, and these are his thoughts on the championships.
Yeah, the preparation for the World was good, hard, long, and serious, but I hope I will be ready for the D-Day. And yeah, of course, the racetrack will be super hard with 2 laps and big climb. So yeah, it's gonna be demanding, and I work on it. And about my chances, to be honest, I don't know. Of course, I know how to win a world championship, but there is also a big density between different riders, and I think we can have at least 10 guys able to win the world champion title. So I just want to give my best and have no regrets. Cheers! Have a good day.
Other riders that cannot be discounted are Simon Giegenheimer, the world champion before Perrin-Ganier's last two victories, and then trade teammate to Titouan. There's also Jakub Klemencic. He's a former European champion and proficient rider, as you have to be a champion. He was in the big final at Lerva the other week, so he's got very strong chances. And you cannot discount Eddie Molnar. He's another former champion. There's quite a few of the former European champions about. He's in decent form, and who can also look past the current Euro champion, Theo Hauser. He won it at Gibraltar. And yeah, he's got as good a chance as any to win. Now onto the women's. I typically find that women's race much easier to predict. It's less volatile between qualifying and racing, but that doesn't mean it's any less exciting. My pick for the World Championships would have been Gaia Tormena. She's the omni-champ. She's won like everything in mountain bike Eliminator. She keeps coming back for more. However, unfortunately, just last week she got injured during training and she's broken her left elbow. So she can't be competing this time, which is a real shame. It will be, different without her, but with this in mind, who is likely to do well in Turkiye? Well, the strongest challenge, to my mind, comes from Marion Fromberger. She's a multiple-time German champion, and she always seems to fare well at Sakarya. Could she be the person who ends the reign? And, in previous years, I would have recommended Didi de Vries as a contender. She's, however, coming back from injury. So it's slightly tricky, form is untested, but one slip up, one golden chance could be all you need. And these are her thoughts on the racing.
I'm very excited going into the World Championship. It's always a special race. It brings like special feelings and like the little bit extra motivation to push even harder in training just to be there at the best way possible. So yeah, it's very nice to participate in another World Championship this year, and also because it's one of my favorite race tracks of the year. I really like the track in Sakarya, so yeah, I'm very, very excited. I really like the way that it's a mix of everything. It's like the tarmac, it's the off-road section with the rock garden and the drop-off, and the little steep climb with the switchbacks. I don't know exactly if the racetrack will be the same as last year, but I really love the previous tracks from the previous years, so I'm crossing my fingers that it will be the same because it fits me quite well. So yeah, overall I'm very, very excited to race on this track again, and I'm looking forward to it. To be honest, I don't know. It's quite difficult for me because I was in surgery in December, so I missed a whole month of training, which left me that I could only start my training in December. I decided to start my season quite late in April, and in that way I can, even in Dushanbe, the first World Cup, I felt that I'm missing the power. I'm not strong enough to follow the girls, and yeah, you could see that in Leuven as well. I managed to make it to the finals, but then when I'm in the finals, I just don't have the power anymore to go for it again. So yeah, to be honest, I really don't know. I didn't make it any big goal after the surgery anymore, because I knew that it would be quite hard to be like in top shape for this race. So yeah, I will treat it like any other race and just give the best of myself. And yeah, we will see, but there's definitely no pressure at all. And yeah, I feel quite comfortable going into this race. So yeah, we will see. As I already said, I'm super excited to race on this track, and I will give my best. And yeah, then we will see what happens.
Aside from her, there's Helena Migdam. She was second at the Euros last year, as I said, in Gibraltar. But could she upgrade her silver to a gold and get to wear the rainbow jersey? And finally, it wouldn't be this channel or even a Worlds preview without hearing from Hannah Beck, my good friend. So let's hear her thoughts.
Hello. So now that we're in the final preparation for the World Championship, I can definitely feel that I'm starting to get nervous. The time before is always just very intense because, you go to sleep early, you train very hard and push your limits, you do a lot of intervals, so it's painful. And after that, you try to recover as much as possible to be ready for the next day of training. You take care of your nutrition, try to have a very good nutrition, and you don't go out with friends. You spend your day training, recovering, and for me also going to university, but it's all very strict and focused, and you do everything very intentionally, and you try to nail the preparation to the point, which is fun on one hand, but I'm also very happy when this is over because it's so intense and you sacrifice so much for it. So I'm definitely looking forward to go out and race. Coming into World Championship, we don't really know what the course is gonna look like because we've been told that there will be some changes to the World Cup track that we know already. I've heard some rumors. I don't know how the final result will be, but we've been told that there will be less corners, it will be more flat out, just straight up the climb and not too many turns, so it's definitely going to be very fast. That definitely changes my aims a little bit because my skills is just the quick, very fast acceleration, the short sprints, and with the track having less corners and being just more straight up, it's definitely going to be hard for me. I think I will suffer towards the second lap. It's going to be very hard for me to keep the back wheel of the pros, I think. But yeah, that's kind of the goal. Just qualify and try to stay in touch with the other riders, with the pro riders as much as possible. And then we'll see how far I can go. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. World Championship is on my mind every day, every hour, and I cannot wait to get it started.
My pick for the Women's World Championships is Marion Fromberger. The German champ is incredibly strong. She rides well at Sakarya, and I think she'll face various challenges from a field that's been made wide open by Gaia Tolmena's withdrawal. She's got the attributes to claim a rainbow jersey, and that's why she's got my seal of approval for the racing. I really can't wait to see how everyone does. It's sure to be exciting. So once links are posted and more information is available, I'll update this channel, this video, in fact, in the description with the ways to watch. It's all going down on Sunday, 22nd of June, so be there or be eliminated.